there is some murmurs that actually what is happening, for example, in Uttar Pradesh with the Sambhal Mosque,
Hmm.
or in Ajmer, where we have seen delegations of the Ajmer Dargah present a chadar to the Prime Minister. He has met
Yes,
them not once but more than once, right? But the
he did it
fact that a
though.
Rajasthan,
Let me just add, he did it though first time after
yeah,
the US president of that time, Barack Obama, came here and spoke about religious freedom.
okay, fair enough. The point I was making was something different. That what is happening in Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan and possibly elsewhere now, if there are copycat petitions talking about other mosques, previously having had a temple beneath the ground at some point, etc. If this happens in a copycat domino effect sort of way, it doesn't actually suit the BJP or the Modi government, and that then either this means that the BJP has unleashed a genie that it can no longer put back into the bottle, or to be fair, Justice Chandrachud, in his judgment on Gyan Vapi, has actually released that genie. Why say the BJP? But in terms of Vichar, is the BJP RSS going to go this hard Hindutva way, or is it going to govern from the center? Because any successful government needs social stability. Any successful government.
If you actually go back and look at the BJP's electoral graph, in terms of performances and which are the occasions where they have towed a hard line. Take the 2024 elections. When did Mr. Modi start using a majoritarian platform to build his campaign on? It was with that speech in Banswara in Rajasthan. I think it was
Mhm.
Banswara or somewhere
Yes,
there,
it was.
where he,
It was,
for
yes.
the first time referred to that the Congress manifesto, this is what they're going to
I
do. They're
know, but
going
it
to
didn't
do.
work for him. It didn't
So
work
it
for him.
didn't work for them because, but that is the only thing towards which they turn when nothing else is working. Maharashtra, it did work for them. Batenge to katenge. I would say in today's era of reduced syllables and alphabets, it's a perfect slogan. And that is what eventually happened. Ek hai to safe hai. Everybody, right from the RSS to the Prime Minister to the Chief Minister aspirant Devendra Fadnavis to anybody has been using the same slogan.
Except
And it has
except
been
for
appreciated by them.
except for their ally Ajit Pawar, who distanced himself from that
Yes,
slogan. And there are many, these are the contradictions of Indian politics. We saw, according to the CSDS service survey, 22% of Muslims voted for the BJP-led alliance.
yes, but I still have always doubted these surveys. That whether the Muslims are actually speaking the truth or not, because
Hmm.
I have always had to think that if I am a Muslim and if I am actually living with this constant risk of showing my identity in public, either by name, there's a very leading political scientist, a social scientist who I interviewed a couple of months ago, and he had also been speaking to me over years. He told me that whenever he's traveling in any public transport, if a call comes from one of his Muslim acquaintances, he always struggles. Should he say Walaikum Salam or should he say Namaste, kaise hain, main theek
I
hu? Right.
Mhm. I get what you're saying, but there's another way to look at it. And we've seen this happen in Gujarat. At some point, every citizen of this country needs to engage with units of governance. It can start with their corporator, go on to their legislator, going on to their MP. And at some point, India's Muslims too may react to, Maharashtra has been a hyper localized election in many ways. They
Hmm.
may also be reacting to candidates, right? They may also be reacting. There is some analysis that Muslim women have also benefited from the Ladki Behan scheme of Eknath Shinde. So I'm just saying that no one size fits all theory actually
No,
applies to the Indian voter.
yeah, yeah, especially about Muslims. There's one biggest misconception about the Muslims in India is that we still think of them as a homogeneous community, whereas they are
Mhm.
not. They are as heterogeneous as the Hindus are, divided between various castes. In Gujarat, there is a very small section within the Muslim community who have a history of being engaged in the mercantile sector, in the trading
Mhm.
business, in which they are very common partners with the Hindus there, and it has been going on for last several centuries. That has been the sociological truth there. And it has always been the case that beyond the transactional relationship, there is very little social interaction. At the end of the evening, everybody shuts their shutters, and then they go
Mm-hmm.
to their own respective places. No interaction till morning when they have to come back and again open their shops. That's when they come together. So the marketplace is the only place where they engage with or interact with the other community, Hindus with the Muslims, and vice versa. Now,
Mm-hmm.
within the section which is actually economically finding itself stable because of this financial interaction, they would know that the people they are interacting with also are committed to the Hindutva way of life. That is, there in by and large in Gujarat, I would say that an overwhelming section of the Hindus are actually committed to the way the BJP and the RSS looks at what should be the relationship. Yes, Muslims are welcome to stay here, but then the terms should be our set by us. So that is why you would remember that when malls started coming up in a big way on Eid, keeping Muslims out from malls, so Gujarat was the first place where it really started. It's only later on it went to other states. Those kind of things happened. Some kind of a invisibilizing the Muslims. In the last few years, we have also seen this public namaz on Fridays, especially, being disallowed all the time. So
Right.
there are pressures on Muslims, and when if anybody comes to what I was actually trying to get at, if I or you were a Muslim, we have to think that if somebody comes and asks for, did you vote for the BJP or did you vote for the opposition party, whichever one is there at the thing, even if you are not asked to identify yourself, you would possibly say that why should I say that I did not vote for the BJP? I voted for the BJP. I'm not saying that I doubt these surveys, but I look at it purely in terms of human response, in the way the human being would respond to in a situation where they're constantly under pressure and feel targeted all the time.